This is Fam Electric Ghost. In the background, you hear my other alter ego. That's Fam Electric Ghost. The characters in my band, if you don't know, are all fictional ghosts. Josephine Electric is the lead singer. Stephanie is her sister, is the other lead singer of the band, and Phantom is the producer, keyboardist in the band, who wears this electric light hoodie LED outfit. And when you see him in his full glory, he has LED shoes and gloves and a mask, and it's a whole stagecraft. So this episode, Glass Jaw Hit Hard, is a collection of a bunch of stuff we've been doing in our quarantine sessions in our bedroom recording with our analog equipment. That includes the Moog Grandmother, the Moog Drummer from Another Mother, the Moog Mother 32, Math Utility Module from Make Noise, and a Eurorack from Arturia, the 6U, along with the Arturia Mini Brute 2S and a sampler unit from Make Noise, a Eurorack sampler. These are all controlled voltage, analog, or semi-modular synths, along with our Juno GI and our JDXI and our Arturia BeatStep Pro, with our DAW-less recording courtesy of our MX1 Performance Mixer combined with our Zoom R24 digital recorder, which records in 24-bit audio, 48 megahertz, 44 megahertz recording. And the first song you heard is called You're Not the Sun. And in this particular episode, we usually don't have the Phantom do the lead vocal. We usually have Josephine because we kind of like the idea of the higher pitch voice and how it kind of works with the analog tones that we're doing. We've talked about it before, that in music, you'll see that a lot of times men use a higher pitch voice, from Smokey Robinson to Axl Rose to, Led Zeppelin. It's always been a thing in music where men have found that doing a falsetto or a higher pitched voice works good in the mix. However, sometimes we like to get into that kind of Bob George, Parliament Funkadelic, funky, kind of pitched down psychedelic voice, which is really Prince got it right with Bob George, the Black Album voice, and we are a big fan of Prince, and we found a way with our VT4 vocal transformer from Roland to do this kind of psychedelic pitched down, fuzz down vocal. And so You're Not the Sun is this idea that the Phantom is kind of denigrating his love interest, as saying, they're not, at first when you get a relationship, you might be totally enamored with somebody and you're thinking that they're the best. They're the only one that you ever want to deal with. And then you find out that there's a lot of failings. And the failings could be like in you kind of oversold the idea of them being the answer. And like a lot of times people are looking for the answer to their life in another person. And You're Not the Sun is this kind of song where the Phantom is coming to terms with the person that they thought was going to change their whole life is not really all that. And it started, we originally were just going to do a piano jam, which we love to do. And we just did this kind of random piano jam over a Moog techno drum beat from the DFAM. The DFAM is really cool, and it is somewhat limiting. You only have 8 steps. There's an analog sequencer. There's no MIDI. You can't control it with a MIDI controller. You have to do it all with CV. You have to do it all controlled voltage and analog controls, like the ladder filter and the envelope and FM synthesis that's controlled by dials and switches. And so you have to kind of understand how the waveforms are going to operate with the different settings on the device. And then you can also alter the capability of the device by using other analog instruments. We've actually introduced LFOs from our Arturia into the DFAM. We have an Arturia Mini Brute 2S that has 2 LFOs. We use those LFOs to kind of drive the rhythm. We've used samples from the Morphogene sampler and take the CV out and take the rhythm of the sample to actually control the FM synthesis on the Moog DFAM. So there's a lot of cool things. And then we've also even extended the DFAM by bringing it into the digital sequencer through the gate in, and the advanced clock out of the DFAM can be brought into the gate in of the grandmother. And the grandmother has a 256 step digital sequencer. But then is also that whole sequence can be altered by the analog subtractive synthesis pathway of the grandmother. What that means is I can go and take the ladder filtered results from the DFAM and bring them into the high pass filter of the grandmother, because the DFAM doesn't have a high pass filter. Well, I guess it does, but you can actually alter it by using the CP3 mixer, which the DFAM doesn't have. And then you have a spring reverb on the grandmother, which the DFAM doesn't have. So you can do a lot of interesting things. And then what we do is we do stream of recording playing, where we take our analog synth, we put the record on our Zoom, and we manually adjust the drum beat or all the analog settings in real time as we record. The one thing about that, compared to using like a Phantom or using a system that's going to record all those changes and save them, these things are not saved, other than the fact that you put them on tape. And the way we actually make sure that we can replicate this is kind of what the Who did with Barbara O'Reilly, is they took that sequence, I think it came off an EMS VC3, and they put it on to reel tape. And when they went to do shows, that whole Barbara O'Reilly sequence was on reel-to-reel tapes that they had to actually hit the button and then hope the tape didn't jam, and then play with it. And so what I do with the digital recorder is somewhat like running that reel-to-reel, and it's not dependent on a computer, and it's more reliable than a reel-to-reel because it's not going to crap out or tape going to break or crack, or split. And so then you can just mute the other tracks on the actual R24 and then play over it. So a lot of times when I've gone to New York or Boston, I've actually had analog sequences that I recorded in real time that I can actually maintain that moment in time by doing it that way. And I think it's more reliable than a sequencer. It's more reliable than a computer. Because you get the exact tone. Sequencers are kind of dependent on you being able to replicate that tone. And if you have an analog synth, the next day you might not get the same tone that you got the day before. So the only way to keep that analog sound is either run it on an analog tape and save it and replay it like what the Who did, or run it off of a machine like an R24 or a Tascam 24 or any of the digital recorders out there, like in the Behringer Wing. You could do that. So that's what that song's about. And then the other song where the Phantom appears is this song that we really like, is this Passion Punk Is All Over You. We're going to play a little bit of that. So hold on. We're going to put this track on. This track we really like. It's something that we got into around the same session or maybe a day after. It's actually prior to You Are Not the Sun that this song was done first. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong one. So what you heard was Flower Underground. Now we're going to play Passion Punk Is All Over You. Oh, come on. So this song is again using the kind of Bob George vocal that's using the VT4 vocal transformer with the format and the pitch pretty much all the way down on the sliders. And the idea is kind of mixing some sexual overtones with, kind of really down and dirty sex. with the idea of, oh, you could look at the passion punk's all over you. You could kind of think what that means, or get physically, literally think, oh, there's this punk guy and he's all over you, or there's this kind of spunk and it's all over you. But then this idea of the punk music is all over you. It's kind of, the sound is all over you. So you can kind of equate it with sexuality and music and everything else. But also what's going on is it's got the DFAM beat that's kind of driving, and then it's got an interesting patch from a Roland Juno GI. The cool thing about the Roland Juno GI, it's got like 1,300 PCM patches, and it's also got Boss effects built into the synth. And one of the reasons I can do these really interesting guitars on that synth is the fact that it's got a massive amount of Boss effect pedals in there. So it actually can replicate guitar pretty well. You can start off with any instrument and then start applying these Boss effects. And you can take a piano and kind of turn it into a guitar. You can take an organ, turn it into a guitar. You can take a guitar and make it heavier. And it's got all kinds of settings for the envelopes and for the series of how the effects can chain together, and does a lot of cool stuff. But in this particular song, it's using like a Boss guitar effect on a pad. And the pad's called, it's a Savannah pad, I think. And it's kind of Savannah Scoop. And so then again, we kind of take in this idea, well, we kind of scooping up your love interest again with this passion punk idea. And we like the result of it. It's kind of weird and strange. We've actually have it scheduled for a release through our SoundCloud now, because we're a SoundCloud premier artist. We're able to distribute on all streaming services. We're going with that now, fully independent. We're not going to be really associated with any record label after. But we do have one more release coming out through Motorhead this year, and they had released the song You Still Have Some Personal Demons to Betray. We're getting ready to release Wreck on Videotape again, which is a pretty cool song that came out of our cancer poetry from the mid-'90s, and was actually a version of it on our album, The Flower That Blooms at Midnight in the Tomb, which is still available on Amazon.com as a CD, so go check that out. The Flower That Blooms at Midnight in the Tomb, still available on Amazon.CD. So that song we really like a lot. And then we move on to the song Glassjaw Hit Hard, and we're going to play a little bit of that and see what you think of this. The cool thing about this song is we kind of learned how to use the DFAM a little bit better and not just have the same beat going through the whole song, using the cutoff, using the decay and the high pass and the low pass filters, while we talk about this continuous recording into our R24, able to kind of play the filters, Sonic State like Nick Bat reference. And we liked what we were able to do. And then the other thing we're doing is using the splice effect on an MX1 performance mixer that allows Josephine's voice, with Josephine's the lead on this song, through the VT4 to do some interesting stuff. So we have our VT4 going into the MX1. We've been we use a lot of different effects on the MX1 to change Josephine's vocal. We've been playing a lot with the Bit Crush. We've been playing with the different levels on the machine. Oh, yeah, sorry, no interruption, but we use the slicer, which actually is very interesting what you can do with that. We haven't used that as much. We sometimes have used it in the past, but this song uses the slicer a lot on the effects. And there's a rotary dial on the MX1 that allows you to kind of dial up the effects in real time while you're playing. You're encouraged to do that on this machine, along with the fact they can do sequenced effects on patterns or actual steps in your mix. And what kind of happens is it has 16 steps. It has all these effects. You can apply multiple effects on each step. And then the steps just keep on repeating through the length of your song in real time. So if you've got like a 5-minute song, it's going to keep on doing those 16 steps and then going back around, keep on looping around and doing them in that way. And then you can actually take the jog wheel dial and dial in how much is happening or what's not happening, or turn it off, turn it back on. So we use that a lot, and it makes our music really point in time, continuous recording, jam band, stream of consciousness, style, which we really like and we think is interesting. We've talked to a lot of artists. We've talked to people who use, computer word generation, random word generation, artists that were in bands that actually do kind of poetry slam. Stream of consciousness is their main goal of how they record. And we find that is freeing. And if you're a musician that can do it or get away with it, and maybe not get away with it, but you're really good at it, it's a good way of recording. It keeps you from losing, saying, "Oh, I don't have any ideas." And again, we always use our analog synths give us lots of inspiration. Since we're just a one-person band at this moment, we do from time to time. We've had collaborations. We've worked with people. We've had members of our band. Right now, we're just totally doing it all ourselves. We are signed up to do a collaboration through Music Gateway. We're waiting for some demos to come in, so we're working on that. We're hoping to collaborate with some other artists this year at some point. So we're always up for that. If you're an artist that likes what we're doing and you need like a grandmother, or you need that Moog sound, or you like the idea of what we're doing, we've got a Teenage Engineering OPZ as well, which we've used to great effect on that album, Flower That Blooms at Midnight in the Tomb, which is available on Amazon. So check that out. The other song we did a couple of days ago, we haven't released it into Anchor, is Josie's Power Troll. So we're going to play a little bit of that. This is pretty kind of raw punk aesthetic song. It's kind of more heavy metal, like 90s heavy metal, kind of like Rat inspired, Poison type of thing. And it was playing with the digital delay, and we found an interesting time shifting settings that we weren't fully aware of. We're always rediscovering some of our gear, and we're really doubling down on that. So we're doing that work. What we're also doing is using the BeatStep Pro, which we really love a lot. And what's interesting, we saw Loop Pop did a review of the new KeyStep Pro. And it's really interesting. It's kind of primarily not as much the drum machine that the BeatStep is, because it doesn't have the roller, it doesn't have some of the stuff, it doesn't have the pads to write the song with the pads, which would have been cool if they could have made a KeyStep Pro that had pads and a keyboard. Is kind of like, do the best of all worlds and have something that could totally replace the BeatStep. Because this machine is an upgrade, and a lot of people have BeatStep probably will go to it because it's polyphonic and you can do chords. And so that gives you a lot of ability. It has 4 lines of sequencing, and the drum line can actually be not used as a drum, which on the BeatStep Pro you can't really do. The drum line is 4 drums. And so you can actually set all 4 sequences to be running on, CV or MIDI controlled stuff. And it's pretty interesting what it has the ability to do. And it has scenes, which allow you to do some really good song construction, which we're kind of looking into. We've kind of gone between, we've had the Arturia BeatStep Pro for a long time. We've used it as a hallmark of live performance. As a one-person band, it's really like the central control of our one-person band. And lately, we have been using the DFAM more, but the BeatStep Pro actually lets you control a lot of other synths. So it gives you a better real-time control when you're playing a show, and you can really use it. Combined with our Zoom R24, the R24 kind of gives us like DAW-like song reliability. And like I said before, we'll take our SD card and have a bunch of projects on it. And if we do a show that we've done in New York, we'd run with a project, mute, and unmute tracks and decide, well, I'll do the lead synth line live, I'll do the lead bass line live and mute the other, and have the other tracks, playing. And so it's a cool way of being able to be a one-person band. In combination with the BeatStep Pro, you can do a lot of cool things. However, when you look at something like an Akai Force or an Akai One, with its clip-based construction and able to control multiple units, you could use that as a central control. But I think the BeatStep seems to be a little bit more direct, where I think if you're a DJ type of artist, an EDM artist, I think the Akai Force and the Akai One are more kind of built for them. The BeatStep is like, as a keyboardist, I like it's more of a sequencer, and it lets you integrate in that kind of way. I'd have to finally relearn how I do my live shows to use a One or a Force, which I'm interested in also because of production. If I'm working with somebody, you have an Akai Force that has integration with Ableton, and so you could send the MIDI. You could write the MIDI instructions and then provide them when you're working on a project. Right now, because I'm using R24, it doesn't have that MIDI instruction information. It just has the WAV files. And so that can kind of be limiting in terms of it's not giving the producer that information so they can just decide to do any plugin they want. However, in some ways that's good because when I worked with Mojo Heads, because I didn't have MIDI instructions, they had to use my Moog tones that I had built from scratch rather than taking my tones and replacing them through MIDI with some other soft synth or something. And so if you want to have more control over what your sound is, using the Zoom is kind of forces the producers to use the sounds that you gave them unless they want to replay those parts, which is, being a control freak, I like that. But it is a limitation when you're working with somebody that wants those MIDI instructions, then you're going to probably be in a place where I don't have that. So that's kind of disappointing. But it's the way I choose to record. So that's why I've been looking at the Akai One, which is a lower end version. But now that the Force is down to like $1,000, and the Force has a better pad situation, it's got a bigger screen, and so for the One is like 600, but the Force is like 1,000, and now it has full integration with a DAW. So I would kind of lean toward a Force. So I'm hoping when I get finished with this project, I'll have enough money to get the Force, which is what I wanted to get a couple years ago, and use that for being able to have cross collaboration with people that need MIDI instructions, and I can send them that information in a format that they could understand, like Ableton. And at the same time, I probably got to get a Surface to be able to translate all that, but we'll see how it goes. So that's the whole episode this time, and I hope you check it out. Again, as on SoundCloud, because of COVID-19, we have a button where you can, if you want to, support the Ghost with any money that you can free up from, like, $1, $2, whatever you think is cool. It's a one-time contribution, so it would help us out a lot. We do interview indie artists for free, so think about supporting the Ghost and any other artists you like. If you like this podcast, please think about hitting that button that we have on the link here. In addition, on Anchor FM, if you want to support us on a monthly basis, you can do 99 cents a month, or $3.99 or $9.99. If you're a band and you need us to do a show about your band, we can do that. We can even create ads for your projects. And so you can look into that as well. You can have us do ads that will play on our podcast in between the segments. So if you're a business or a band that wants to do that, you can get in touch with us on a voice memo or on our Facebook through a direct message at Phantom Electric Ghost on Facebook. So please be safe out there, stay home. And this is Phantom Electric Ghost signing off. Thank you.
You're not poor. You're not the sun. When it comes to fun, you know You're not the one, but you do come. Anyone who touch, anybody fucks. You're not the one, you're not the sun. When it comes to that touch, you fucks. Which is up, punch to the gut. Right is up. You know the best stuff. Whoever you touch, you'll get to fuck. Never too much. Never too much. Never too much is too much. It's not enough. Not enough love. We're into that box. Whoever you touch. But not alright, not so much. You don't love. You don't touch. You just a fuck. You don't love. It's never enough. Wherever you touch, well, it's a fuck. It's never enough. You don't love. You don't trust. Not so much. Whoever you touch, gets fucked. Hand in glove. You like that new kind of love. Hand in glove. They come much. Can't cover that stuff. Spent too much. Whoever you touch, they get fucked. Can't cover that stench, not so much. You go love. Whoever you touch, they get fucked. You can't cover that stench with rose. Or you know where decadence it grows. Whatever you suppose. It goes up and straight up your nose. And you're in love with Rose. Or just another family electric ghost. Oh, it went up your nose. You put the pound down her throat. Ever too much. You just fuck.
.60 ppm, I'm not that dude. I'm a guy, girl, fucks with you. Dollars per coin, all meant to groove. I'm a guy, girl, that comes in the tune. You could call this a gothic groove. I'm waiting for you to make that move. I like my dudes and my girls, lady blue. We come at midnight together in the two. I like my girls and boys with the lips painted blue. I like to go and fuck with you. I like to do it with the blood on you. I like to do it at midnight and two. You could call it a gothic groove, but with the girl comes all over you. I like to do it 'cause it's juicy food. I like my girls and dudes made of blue. I'm gonna feel that fucks with you. And you go give them a new soul food. I like to do it at midnight in two. With the girls and boys with the blood all consumed. This is the anthem that got the fool. The doors are cool, fuck with you. I like girls, boys, girls, baby blue. We all come together at midnight and two. I got groove in the stadium room. I got a girl that fucks with you. At midnight, all my love is bamboo. I'm gonna come at midnight in June. I'm gonna burn all over you. And you must not that you do. It looks like that you are your demon are consumed. I fuck with a girl at midnight in a tomb. But not with you, cause the demons are consumed. I fuck with a phantom at midnight in a tomb. Oh, little girl, boy, blood all over you. Oh, we gonna do it till your lips turn blue. This is a gothic groove, but I will refuse to speak my room. With your personal wounds, no choice is gonna fuck with you. We go along together in a tomb. By your personal some more and you wanna get even some score. Gotta even it out. And those who have doubts, let's come down. My AK, my 44, I'm a media whore. I got a glass jar, and I'm talking about raw. I don't know the law or the Constitution. It's all illusion, and it backs the confusion. I'm doing my duty with my AK and my 44. I'm a media whore. Glass jar. Don't know what I'm talking about is wrong. I don't care about your laws or about God, glass jar. Warrior for a righteous cause. Don't know what I'm talking about. When I tell the phone party hit me hard. Glass jar. Don't know what I'm talking about. It's wrong. Don't care to me what the God's on. I'm wrong. Glass jar. Yes, reality falls apart. If you hit me with truth hard, that's lost. Cause it's evil poor. I'm a media whore for your empty floor. And out for the score. Yeah, in the pandemic, it's academic. Yeah, it counts raw. Yeah, going for God's law. Let's go, won't you hit me hard? It falls apart. Won't you get me hard? Logic falls. I don't believe in God's law. Glass jar. It all falls apart. Hit me hard. I don't believe in God's law. You're wrong. I've been up in dumpster with history. Born a maniac, it's all that can be. Been up in dumpster with history. All that born a maniac to the nth degree. You come to sin. Yo, got a glass jar, but I hit it hard. It falls apart, but I got long. Got it wrong. Got a glass jar. Sorry if I hit it hard. I know it falls apart. It's poor. Media whore. You're just a media whore. You're just a media whore. Fuck your info war. Fuck your info war. You media whore. Fuck the media war. You're the fucking whore.
Ain't no fruit in loop. It's always recorded truth. We like to do those dudes and make those tunes. And you feel that room. All you know it's like the flower blooms in the tomb. That's a fast scoop. I like to do that, dude. And you know I'm nude. That passion punk's all over you. Who knows who? Gonna do the truth. And that blue hair dude's all you. And by your own self you're consumed. That passion punk's all over you. That passion punk all over you. I like to do that, dude. That's a fast scoop. You like the loop-de-loop. And we do that raw. You're a fuck dog. You're a fuck dog. That's a fast scoop. That passion punk's all over you. I like that blue. I like that blue. I like my boy blue hairdo. I like that blue. I like my boo's blue hairdo. That's a bad scoop. It's all we do. And your blue hairdo, that passion punk's all over you. Hold your tear my asshole. And tell me soon that passion punk's all over you. Like that punk, dark and blue. Like that passion, it's dripping all over you. And your blue hairdo. That little band scoop, it's all over you. That bad to do. And that rooftop dude. That blue hairdo, that bullet glue, that passion punk is all over you. I'm blue, not murder. I'm a true rooftop dude. I get it, 'cause I'm in the mood. Take you to the moon. Do that, dude.
It's so cruel. If you love me, to my left, turn blue.
Yeah.